Jela's Development Initiatives, a non-profit organization, has called on students to develop empathy and foster inclusivity as a means to combat the discrimination experienced by people with disabilities. The organization made the appeal in Abuja during an inclusion advocacy and empathy session for students of Government Secondary School Kwali. The initiative is supported by Lillian Funds in partnership with the Leprosy Mission Nigeria. Mrs. Oluchi Ihezie, a programs assistant at JDI, highlighted that misconceptions and negative attitudes towards PWDs often arise from lack of understanding and exposure.
From our conversations with them and with the expert psychologists, we realized that most of these students were facing discrimination and stigmatization from students without disabilities. So in order to bridge this gap, we decided to come up with a project that helps these students without disabilities and those with disabilities to build empathy so that when they are more empathetic, they can better treat these students with disabilities. We are very hopeful that after these sessions, these students now understand what it means to be empathetic and would go further to continue to treat students with disabilities with more empathy.
One of the visually impaired students, Miss Aseneha Hadiza, shared that coping with disability challenges has been demanding.
In this quali is a exclusive school, but most people are the sighted one. Sometimes they do good to us, while sometimes they do good to us. Since when they start to come to this school, we have more encouragement. Now we encourage ourselves to work only us, no need for them to help us, except if they are newcomer. Because every year we used to have the visual impaired person.
Similarly, Olukunle Paul, a school student, pledged his commitment to exhibit empathy and create an inclusive setting where every individual is valued.
We should always support them, guide them in case they don't know where they are going to. Like always be with them. Don't allow them to suffer too much. You just guide them, make sure they're in the right track.
Mr. Gabriel Imualusi, a teacher for visually impaired students at the school, expressed gratitude to JDI for their efforts in addressing stigmatization.
Jela has been a family, our family. I'll call it like that, our JSS Quali family, because ever since we have been having Jela to come and talk about especially sympathy and empathy, it has really gone a long way with our students, especially our special students, because with that, our special students can now relate very freely with their student. Their confidence is built. And again, I realize as a teacher, that many of the students have now learned a lot about empathy. So they relate with them, they assist them with the copying of notes and every other thing. People should begin to know that people with disability are human beings who have the disability out of misfortune or whatever. And as a result of that, they should be treated properly. They should be treated with empathy.